It's the middle of the night. I know that I would lose this if I didn't try to put it down. Try not to, I know, but I don't know how I'm going to get this point across. Okay. So, it was 2:22 when I got out of bed. I'll look that up later, but I have a client who's going to be doing something today. Before I went to bed, I was giving information in the form of it was a continuation of Sunday's meditation, where you stay in the center of your vortex. You stay in the center and you be the highest vibration of the thing that you want to create. And then I saw Gandhi. Okay, so I was in this perspective kind of Gandhi in a way. Be the change you wish to see in the world, like Gandhi understood. So Gandhi led this movement, and he made himself energetically powerful in the center of where he was. So no fear. Okay, so and he had to hold his own power and his own, like I set my mind to it, and I'm holding the strong intention of the realization of what I want. I'm seeing it. I am it. I'm this powerful piece. I'm like a rock. I make myself into a rock. And so the guards are trying to make me stop doing this sitting demonstration or peaceful demonstration. What was hard was to hold that while I was aware of and seeing followers of mine. There were other people doing this with me, and they were not in this. There was not enough time to teach them how to be like a rock and how to be strong in the center of the conviction, where I'm 100% in full alignment. I'm in complete and utter and total alignment. I'm 100% sure. Every cell in my body is sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I have these followers, and they're trying to do this, and they're getting hit, and I see them out of the corner of my eye, like this, moving. But I have to focus on my own rockness, my own solid rockness, my own complete belief in what I'm doing. My own complete belief in what I'm doing. And so that is how it's not control my situation, but that is how I have this kind of a magical effect on the guards. So I've already decided that I'm going to be a rock. I'm not going to move. I've already decided this. The guards that come to me, as they are going to hit me, the guards that are going to hit me, I know that not all of them are going to hit me. I know that some of their sticks, batons, or whatever, are not going to land on my skin. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. Because it's like a Jedi mind trick. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. like I'm saying, my energy is saying to the guards, you don't want to hit this man. This man is like a word of like righteous, doing the right thing, integrity, like, but the purest integrity, purest form of integrity. So I feel these guards around me. It feels like on some level I've called the correct guards to me. Some will. While he's going to hit me, while he's in the motion of hitting me, my rockness affects his mind. This is wrong. Do not hit a human being with this. This is wrong. And the guard in his mind, as he's bringing the stick down, saying, come on, man, move, move, come on, man, move. The man with the stick has to reevaluate, has to decide if he is going to be the man that does the wrong thing. This man who signed up to keep the peace in the community, keep the peace, is used to only using this weapon on people who deserve it, not on virtuous people with high integrity, like someone stronger than them. And so if I'm looking from Gandhi's point of view, I'm saying this. I keep my whole self in alignment with the purest peace, with the most integrity. I keep my whole mind focused on my own purity and peace. Very distracting to see my people following me, trying to do what I'm doing and getting hit. Very distracting, very difficult. This is not what I want. If my mind, my energy goes to seeing my followers getting struck, I have to stop. I have to stop because it's my fault all they are getting hit. That is the choice. The choice was or get stronger, do more, do it more, make the vision come true faster. And trust my followers to learn whatever it is that they are able to learn out of that moment, get out of that moment. They are part of something huge. Okay. Not everybody ever is going to understand. Not everybody ever is going to have the ability to allow my words, anybody else's words in. So some people look at things superficially and they say, well, that was dumb. He put himself in harm's way. And now the guy, Steve Irwin, is in my mind. Like, I understood Steve Irwin because I understand passion. And there were people who were like, well, he's an idiot. What did he expect us of? And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Steve Irwin was the crocodile hunter. He had an incredible passion. I was like, so some people trying to listen with fear. So they have this fear and they're trying to listen. And then some listening don't even need me to say a lot because you're already there. You're already there. Relax the belly. Relax the belly. Good. Now sink back into the center of your vortex, and you create your vortex. Now, when people speak of, okay, so this is how the same words are being used by people who don't get the full understanding. And then they take the words and they go off in a direction that has much less integrity. And that way with less integrity seems easier. It can go bad fast. Okay, so staying in the complete alignment. And the way Jesus on the cross, forgive them, Lord, they know not what they do. Truly doing that. Bringing himself to that. Whether you believe in Jesus or not. This is in alignment. This is what it looks like. It doesn't matter what is happening. I stay in integrity. Forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do. I am at the highest level of forgiveness, integrity, purity, pure integrity. Center of forgiveness. So that is like an alchemy was the transformation of so much more by one human, one mind in this powerful purity, integrity. And the focus keeps coming all the way back to the very, very center. And then if I'm Gandhi and I'm looking at someone else getting hit, I see that. Of course, I don't like it. But I know I need to bring that awareness, I need to bring that energy line back. Everything comes back to the very center, the very center. And then the shift or the alchemy, it's like I ring a bell here and then the waves go out. And then so like the center of wherever the waves start, the more pure that is, the more integrity that is there, then what comes out from there really is, so you are creating the change, being the change that you wish to see. It's coming from the very center, the most integrity, the clearest, and going out. Relax your belly. people who, I want to say, practice witchcraft. Oh, of the occult. Oh, let's see. I'll look that up. All right. I wanted to look that up before I started, but I'm too far in now. Okay, let me know. So like the occult, witchcraft, this is a shortcut of the occult stuff. It's trying to get what the same thing, the same result as the Gandhi, trying to get the same result, but taking a shortcut and not doing the real work, not doing. Okay, the occult, the mysterious, the secret, the supernatural. So there's a lot of words that have been so I don't know who's telling me this, but you know, it's like the occult, the witchcraft type practicing. And some people got into witchcraft because they love the earth, and so they think of themselves as witches because they love the sun, they love the moon, they love the earth. I just want to say really quick, I did not want to talk about this, but there's like two ways to do. Some people are calling what they're doing witchcraft, but it's not witchcraft. They think of themselves as witches, but they're not. And the occult, like the witchcraft type of thing, and like some of these offshoot religions were like, I want to say like lies, like temptation, like you can like love and appreciate the, you know, Mother Earth, the sky, you know, everything. And you think that you're part of something like an occult practice or witchcraft, when by moving into your own love and enjoying your own love of where I am now, there's a purity. I'm seeing all these different kinds of people now. People who think that they're witches, but they're actually in alignment. And if they shift their thinking back to this, like Gandhi kind of centered purity, integrity, then they would feel, I want to say like the power of Jesus and the power of Gandhi, which wasn't like a power like, you know, it was like this centered, grounded, powerful integrity, center of the vortex, a purity. It's like about purity. And then the trying of some people trying to worship the sun, trying to worship the moon, trying to worship things, is what puts you out of alignment, because your focus is outside. And I can feel, and it looks like the Jedis to me. I know that Jedi warriors are not real. You know, kind of. It's a the Jedi warrior mindset. I'm doing the right thing. That's what feeds me. It's more difficult. But it always brings me back to the center of my vortex. So my power as a Jedi warrior, always brings me back to, there's like a wellspring of pure integrity, love. There's a wellspring of purity in the center of my being, in the center of my being. And so, like the Jedis, they have to fight so much harder than the dark side because they won't kill. They don't want to kill or maim. They want to do the minimum damage to the other person who's out of alignment to bring them to justice. That's why the Jedis were allowed to go anywhere, because the training was a purification process. Okay, now back to the client it's today now. So you're going to be doing something today that we told you last night. You can get excited. You can get excited about what you're going to do. That's going to raise your vibration. What you can't do, what you're going to do to teach a lesson, or stick it to them, stick it to some. You want to be like Gandhi, doing the right thing for the right thing's sake, coming back to the pure, and being that. And it's like all the energy comes back, and it's purifying me all the time. It's purifying my center all the time, and I'm staying in this pure, loving intention, and I'm staying there. My energy isn't like so we already know, I say all the time, you can't hate your way to a loving world, and you can't fight your way to a peaceful world. Okay, so if the goal is presence, being present, and I realize, okay, so yesterday my daughter wanted something washed. And I said, well, there's a hole in it, and there's stuffing. The stuffing can go all over. Oh, she wanted it washed yesterday. She didn't want to wait for me to sew the hole. So I said, okay, well, let me just use a pin. This might do it. This might do it. Well, there was still stuffing in the laundry. All right, this sounds like a small thing. But we had errands to run. We had her schoolwork to do. I had other things to do. So it would be easy for my ego to go, oh, we don't have time for this. This is going to, now we got to clean all the stuffing off of all the laundry. Okay. But when I say, this is just what's happening now, I'm going to take you slowly through the experience of it, because I desire to be peace, right? Be love. So I don't put that on pause till after I throw a tiny tantrum, to hurry up and get back to where I can be peace and I can be love. But right now I'm going to be like, oh, see, I told you, this is why I didn't want, like this. So the ego's reality goes, oh, if I knew that we shouldn't wash this thing, because I knew stuff. Okay. But the goal, just like the Jedi's goal, is to stay pure of heart. Stay integrity. Okay. If the goal for me is to stay present and to be peace and to be love, then there's never a time when I say, oh, this isn't a good time. This is not the way I want. I wish that I didn't story. So I didn't get, okay. So I open the laundry. I see fluff all over the place. So as a backlash to being normal, I'm like, so my ego is trying to help me be peace, be love. My ego is trying to help me be present. So I open the lid on the laundry. There's fluff everywhere. My ego goes, yay, here's an opportunity where we can be present, be here now. And this is just what's happening now, right? So my ego's like so excited. This is just what's happening now, right? It's like, shh, shh. Okay. It's not that I'm doing anything wrong by allowing, I'm still listening to the voice of my ego say, instead of going, oh, it kind of goes, oh, wait, this is one of those moments that you talk about. Oh, wait a second, we can use this, right? To be here now, right? Shh. I open the lid, there's fluff. Okay. And I tell her, see the fluff? She looks in, oh. I said, that's why I wanted to sew it ahead of time. She goes, oh. I said, but, she goes, so the pin didn't work? I said, I wouldn't say that. I said, we have probably a lot less fluff than we would if we didn't pin it. So, but now you know. So we divide the duties. So now taking the laundry out and shaking it off, she's stuffing her dolphin back. She's putting stuffing back in. And I'm shaking the clothes out. And so I'm wanting to shake the fluff onto the wooden floor, not over the carpet, because then she wants me to put it in a different place. And I say, well, if I put it in that place, it could fall back in. And so she says, but if you put it in this place, it's easier for me. So again, my ego, I want to do it the way I want to do it. So I say, okay, well, we'll try your way for a little while. See if it falls back in, we'll reevaluate. So through the experience of, so my ego's like, this is going to take forever. All said and done, I don't think it was an extra 30 minutes, of time. But she laughed so much. And she learned, because we were talking about laundry. She's very interested in laundry. I hear my laundry thing going. I'm like, oh no, what is she washing now? She's only 8, but she enjoys doing like that. So she wants to wash her stuff. But I know that if laundry is going, there's a very good chance it wasn't full enough or it wasn't the right way for me. It's very strange to hear when you're the only one that does laundry, because you no one else touches the laundry. Chelsea, my friend Chelsea, washed one of my sweaters, shrunk, it made a little baby sweater. Anyway, so we had a very cool experience. It ended up being a cool experience by just seeing what happens. Just seeing what happens as, here's the fluff for you, how about you do this? And then we laughed. I don't remember exactly what we laughed about, but when you want something in your future, whether it's to be present, be powerful, be peaceful, be peace, or peaceful, loving world, be loving, be peace now, the less that you put that behavior that you want on hold, the faster you're going to get there. So the more you just call it to yourself. If you want to be present, you want to be peaceful. So I'm going to send this video to my client, but you know the person that you want to be. You see her in the future. You cannot kick the can down the road and just, you want to use all the experiences right now to see yourself being her now. Be her now. You see your highest potential vibrational self, your highest vibrational existence. Be her now. Now. And you stay in the center of your vortex. And it's never about other people. Other people, you know, okay, so it's like your ego loves me more than this person that you're going to be, that you have to deal with. Your ego loves me more than the person that you have to deal with. And you don't want to be overly excited and loving. Oh, thank you so much for putting me through this problem in order to push me to be the high potential vibrational self that I can be. Just like my ego, when I lift up the thing, oh, wait, this is exciting. I can use this to be here now. It's like, oh, you're such a dork. You know, don't be such a dork. You're going to need to tap a lot. Right here. Right here for you. Just come into the space where you are. Be like Gandhi, like a rock of integrity. So in your mind, with what you have to do, there's these thoughts. These thoughts go, are they going to see that I'm doing this and he's doing that? Are they going to see? There's this fear. That's just fear. That's like a lot. Gandhi he worries about all the people, and he worries about so there was a moment that I became aware of with the Gandhi, that I saw. Do I just shut this whole thing down? Do I shut this whole thing down and maybe regroup? And then it was like, no, we already started. It's gonna go faster if we keep moving on this path. Be the change you wish to see the world, but be. It's about you being that highest integrity. Okay, it's not easy. But you don't even realize, he says, you don't even realize yet how much you desire the authenticity of it all. So these fears and worries about, is everybody gonna see like what's really going on? That is fear that your authenticity won't be recognized. And what that does is, it's like water. When water gets into like a crack and ruins like wood or something, that's why you have to go from the deepest part and focus on the rockness, the strength, the purity, the integrity. Just like when Gandhi knew, not all these batons are going to hit me. Relax your belly. Not all the batons are going to make contact with my flesh, because I'm being a rock from the inside out. I'm being pure, intense integrity. It's like, I know I'm doing the right thing. Not to show someone for who they are, I'm not doing it for any reason other than this is what I have to do. This is the way. to create what I want to create. Okay, so all right, so this brings me to so the video, I put a video up last night. Leftist narrative lowers vibration. Okay, let me look up. I want to look up liberal, because I always thought of like George Carlin as a liberal, and I think that, and I just saw things are getting all twisted around right now. Let's see what liberal means. Liberal, adjective, progressive, reform, generous, ample, abundant. Okay, generous, ample, abundant. All right. So trying to shut down free speech is not generous, ample. PC culture is not liberal. Okay, we used to have liberals and conservatives, and the two used to balance off. You know, they used to move each other forward. The old school liberal and an old school conservative. So there's fear on both sides, but there was still a feeling of, we're in this together, we have to work together. Everybody wanted everyone to listen to them. Liberal, oh my God. One who is open-minded. All right. Not strict in the observance of orthodox, traditional, or established forms or ways. This was the old definition of liberal. All right. Okay. So, one who is open-minded. I've met so many closed-minded, open-minded people. When I went to healer school, there was a girl there who was she thought she was so open-minded. And I said, and she hated closed-minded people. I said, so you're closed-minded to you're closed-minded to closed-minded people. That doesn't make you open-minded. And this was before I was I was a pilot at the time. So I flew with all different people. And I could feel people, so I could feel their hearts. And my family is mixed politically. So liberal's open-minded. It's open-minded. And it's open to new ways of doing things. But what we see now, and that's what I'm calling leftists, is a closed-mindedness to what they perceive as closed-minded. That's left. That's leftist. I still love them. I still bless and forgive and respect their free will choice and love them. But they want to call themselves liberal. That's not liberal. Liberal is open-minded. It's open-minded, and it's not attached to old ways of doing things. The leftist narrative identifies victim groups and then sets about trying to fight for those groups. So it turns people into victims and then thinks it's doing the right thing by fighting for them. When some of those people are like, so it's actually, they're like really racist, because and they are sexist, because they look at specific groups, they look at people in groupings, and then they proclaim that group's victimhood, and then they go about fighting for those victims. So, and it's just like one of my son's teachers is like, thinks he's doing the right thing by showing how bad. All right, so these people, they don't realize they're beating the drum of something that's so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad. They slide quickly down into negativity, and they don't realize they're not part of the solution anymore. They've become part of the problem. it's like trying to get errands done with a tired toddler. We're trying to do all this stuff in the world. Or, a lot of people are see the suffering in Yemen and Syria and China, the Uyghurs and the Falun practitioners, the organ trafficking and the sex trafficking and the child trafficking all over the world happening, and these stupid wars that are just okay. So like this, and it's like we don't want to put up with, we don't want to use time, energy, money. We don't want to deal with some of the stuff that this, that these leftists are like banging the drum of. It's just like, what are you doing? Just stop. So, there is no going back. It's not like I'm saying we need to go back to the old liberal / conservative dynamic, but I do think that was a more productive time. If I look at the old school liberal versus conservative, they grew each other. There was love there. There was still love there. And there's just so much hate in the leftist narrative. And that's fine, because that must be what we need right now to move towards whatever we're moving towards. And so everything you see and everything you're a witness to is either your desire or your contrast. So these people who I see with this narrative are just my contrast. I still bless, forgive, respect their free will choice and love them, but they're a contrast to me. But that contrast helps me get clear, helps me see when I'm in some kind of behavior pattern that resembles that. And then I can just become more go more deeper into the center of my vortex. What I'm looking to be. Jedi, like a Jedi. Okay, anyway. That's all. This is long enough. All right. It's always all about you. It's always all about you raising your vibration. Getting in that center of your own vortex. Letting the desires and the contrast just show you what raises your vibration, what lowers your vibration, and then you just make choices. And so what you have, to the one specific person I'm sending this to, what you have to do today, do the work with joy, not a vengeful joy like I'm going to win, and not fear. See, the joyful vengeance is what brings up the fear of others not seeing that you're the one who's right. So vengeful joy and winning brings the energy of fear. Like, I hope everyone sees that I'm the one who's doing everything right and that person isn't. Okay, so one brings the other. So one brings the other, get rid of both. And do the work for the sheer joy of doing the work, just like when I told you about just getting the fluff off the laundry was just something that I enjoyed doing with my daughter. And I was able to use that situation to be more present. But But then even saying it like that, I was able to use that situation to be more present. I'm feeding the reality that I wasn't present and I needed to use a situation. You see what I'm saying? So again, I'm doing this too much mental gymnastics. But it's okay because I'm moving into the space of just being here now. And then the next time that we do the laundry and the same exact thing happens, I lift the lid, there's the fluff. Look what happened. Okay. And now there's no, I get to use, like this. Oh my God, you're moving into such a beautiful space, and I just love you. Anyone who understands, anyone who's listening for this long, who can follow this, you guys are so special to me. You guys feed my soul. Oh, so much. I love you. I'm going back to bed.